Okay, very quick guide here on how to swap the guts of your big dumb official Switch dock into this little guy. You can find it on Amazon by searching for BASSTOP Switch dock. It's 14 bucks US, 19 Canadian. So in the box you've got a shell and a collection of screws and tools and rubber pads. The back of the box features a QR code which takes you to the official how-to video, but you're here watching mine, so forget that. The screwdrivers are adequate. I used them for most of the installation since I didn't have a tri-wing screwdriver already. I did have a set of little flathead and Phillips screwdrivers though, so didn't need that. The rubber pads will keep the Switch from being wobbly in the dock, you'll see. Bunch of little screws, try not to lose them. So time to take apart the official dock. 8 screws, take them out. See them? These little guys, tri-wing screws, take them all out. It can be a little hard to get the screws to completely disengage, so give them a little jiggle and eventually you can lift the back panel right off. That tiny green board is all there is to it. You've got this USB-C plug too, which is what the ribbon cable is for. You need to flick this piece up to release the ribbon cable. Fingernail is all you need, just flip it up. A couple more screws here to take out too. Now lift the board, flip it over, and you'll see it's connected to a wire. This is the wire to the LED at the front of the dock. You won't need this, so just unplug it. It's a little stiff, wiggle and pull. There it is, all the Nintendo magic. And here's another screw to take out that was under the board. There are 4 bonus screws hidden deep in these holes for you to take out too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the thing basically falls apart. Time to get that USB-C cable out of there. 4 screws and this piece is actually ready to come apart as well, so yeah. More plastic to toss aside. So get those 4 screws out and now we have yet another smaller piece to work with. Take this little flappy piece off to reveal 2 tiny screws. See them? They're tiny. It's a little annoying because this piece is part of a spring mechanism, so be careful not to strip the screw heads. Voila! Done with the old dock. Time to get the new shell going. Put the pieces together and you can see how the board should go in by how the USB and HDMI ports are oriented. The board tucks in quite nicely. Now use the big screws that came with the kit in these 3 places. This is where I decided my little Phillips head screwdriver was just way better than the included one. Time to reconnect the USB-C cable. It's a weird one, but just line it up and slip it in. It fits more snugly than you think. Then clip that flap back down to secure it in place. Take the USB plug and stick it through the obvious hole. It's a pretty tight fit. This is where the tiny screws get used. You'll notice you have extra screws that won't be used, assuming you didn't lose any. Make sure these are adequately tightened so the plug doesn't jiggle around. The ribbon is a little long for this case, but you can fold it and cram it in the gap between the 2 board pieces. Then just stick the other piece of casing on there and you can see that everything is looking slick. 4 screws go in the bottom and you're done. Pretty nice little unit. No jiggle in the USB-C plug, so let's test it out. I've got a USB to Ethernet adapter for that direct internet connection, the official Nintendo HDMI cable, though I'm sure any HDMI cable will work, and the official Nintendo USB-C AC adapter, which I've read is important. If it's not the official cable, apparently it will only charge the Switch and not make it display on the TV. No idea, since I just used the official one. Plug in the Switch, and there you go. But it's a little wobbly. It's definitely in there good though. It doesn't just slide out like the old dock, which is less convenient, but overall this is just a way more convenient thing. So those little rubber pads that came with all this, they go in here and on the bottom of the unit to keep it from sliding around. Plug it back in, no more wobble. I like it. I would recommend it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and leave any questions if you have any. Bye bye. So it wasn't necessary at all, but I decided to go back in and actually put the ribbon cable for the USB-C underneath the board, and I also hooked that little LED board back up there, which I hope is going to give me a bit of a glow out the back grill. So with that all back together, let's plug the Switch in, And there's the LED lighting up. So it's just nice to have that little visual confirmation that you have engaged the switch into the dock. Alright, that's it. Bye-bye.